Okay, Assalamualaikum to Madam. Now, our members would like to present our assignment. We have to choose any micro business and help them in recording of their business transaction in better way. We choose Makuk Cafe located in Pekalan Cepa, Kelantan. The research method that we use by our group members are interview the owner Ilyas bin Yaqub to analyze the business transaction, interpreting the data of transaction and report the transaction. Okay, here are 6 members who successfully complete the assignment.
Firstly is introduction. Accounting is the process of recording financial transactions pertaining to a business. The accounting process includes summarizing, analyzing, and reporting these transactions to oversight agencies, regulators, and tax collection entities. The financial statement used in accounting are a concise summary of financial transactions over an accounting period, summarizing a company, its operation, financial positions, and cash flows. Accounting is one of the key functions for almost any business. It may be handled by bookkeeper or any accountant at a small firm or by several finance departments with dozens of employees at larger companies. The reports generated by various streams of accounting such as accounting and managerial accounting are available in helping management make informed business decisions.
Okay, let's move to the about Makuk Cafe. Mr. Ilyas Yaakob, who's the founder of Makuk Cafe, set up his business on June 13, 2019 last year. In this context, he has opened a very unique eatery that specializes in bowls. This is because every meal served is a bowl concept and the cost of each meal is only Rm2. At the same time, there are a variety of menus available in his shop such as rice, noodle and dessert menus. Furthermore, although it was operating only last year, its business is very profitable. After that, he only had one branch located in Pekalan Ceper, and the business hours were open at 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and closed shop on Friday and Saturday. He also had 6 employees assisting in the success of his business. Okay, the company owner. The name given to him is Ilyas bin Yaqub, who is the manager at a Makuk Cafe in Pekalan Ceper, Kelantan. Mr. Ilyas is 50 years old in 2020. He was born on the 1st of February in 1970. He is a successful businessman and he is the son of Kota Baru, Kelantan. In this context, prior to starting a business, he completed his education at University Technology Malaysia School Dai Johor, Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering with honor. Later, Ilyas bin Yaqub established a house at the age of 25 with his wife, Mrs. Rohaini Mohammed. Meanwhile, he and his wife Rohaini Mohammed have run Makuk Cafe restaurant in Pekalan Ceper since last year. Furthermore, during the 25 years of her marriage, he has been blessed with 4 children. A girl name is Aisha Najiha Ilyas and the 3 men name is Muhammad Adam Ilyas, the second is Muhammad Hafiz Ilyas, and the last is Muhammad Atif Haikal Ilyas.
Current business recording status. A business record is a document that records a business dealing. Business records include meeting minutes, employment contract, and accounting source document. It must be retrievable at a later date so that the business dealing can be accurately reviewed as required. Makuk Cafe is a sole proprietorship which one of the types of business. This is because the owner run up his business by himself. This business has an amount of capital around 30,000. Mr. Ilyas Yaakob opened his cafe by using his own capital. After 2 years of operation, starting from June 13, 2019, his business becomes more stable and famous with their different price with other restaurants. For example, they serve all the customer in a bowl. It represents the name of cafe into a concept. This business registered under the Company Action 1956. The recordings doesn't follow the systematic recording of bookkeeping because everything doesn't use a proper record. He only made a common note because the input and output items were not same. He only attaching raw materials and materials for daily cooking such as G for salaries, B for purchase, and J for sale. Mr. Ilyas, who is the one recording the transaction because he is the one who buy all the items and assist by some employees.
Okay, there is journalized 1-month transaction of Makuk Cafe Pangkalan Cepa. Okay, firstly on July 1, Mr. Ilyas bring 40,000 in cash into the business as capital. On 4 July, purchases from Mr. Ilyas amounted to 1,100 in cash. On 7 July, Mr. Ilyas buy furniture from Salamku for 3,100 in cash. July 12, Mr. Ilyas pay a deposit of 1,500 on debit. July 15, purchases from Mr. Ilyas again 1,200 in cash. July 20, Mr. Ilyas purchased stationery from SMO Bookstore for 50 ringgit in cash for shop use. July 24, pays 350 water bill in cash. 26 July, electricity bill paid 900 by on debit. On 28 July, internet payment is paid in cash 148 ringgit. On July 29, salary paid 7,670 in cash. Finally, on July 31, cash sale amounted to 41,000.
Okay guys, this is the cash account. We put all the method that pay by cash. So the balance of 31st July is 67,382, which is it's also the balance for 1st August. So this is the bank account. We put all the method by paying bank. So the balance is 2,400, and the right one is capital account. The balance is 40,000. Alright, the next is purchase account. The balance of CD and VD is 2,300. And the right one is furniture account. The balance of CD and VD is 3,100 ringgit. Okay, the next slide is deposit account, which is the balance of CD and BD is 1,500 ringgit. The next is stationery account, the balance is 50 ringgit.
Okay, secondly is trial balance. Trial balance have a particular debit and credit. At particular have a capital, bank account, purchase, furniture, deposit, stationery, sales, water bill, electricity bill, internet bill, salary, and balance. Okay, at debit, if we calculate all, we can got 83,400. Same with credit. If we calculate, we got 83,400.
Okay, first is asset. Asset is a resources that a person, company or government own or manage with the intention that it will produce future cash flows. Popular asset categories include current, non-current, real, intangible, operational and non-operational properties. Proper identification and classification the type of asset is essential to a company's survival, particularly in solvency and related risks. The asset included at the Makuk Cafe is cash, equipment, vehicle, furniture, patent, stock and computer. Next is liabilities. Liabilities are the company obligation that are sum owed to creditor for a previous contract and typically have the term payable in their account title. Liability also include amount received in advance for future service, since the amount received record as the asset cash has not yet been earned. The company defer the reporting of revenue and instead report a liabilities such as customer deposit. The liability include at the Makuk Cafe is not payable, account payable, salaries payable, wage payable, interest payable, other accrued expenses payable, income tax payable, customer deposit, and lastly is warranty liability.
What I have suggest to the macro business. First is open book account. After a company had registered their business, they need a place to keep all their business income record. Opening a book account can give them a lot of benefits. By the starting opening up a business checking account, and then any saving accounts that will help the owner to organize funds and plan for taxes. The owner of Makuk Cafe should provide the proper book account to make it easier for him to see all the incoming and outgoing transactions. And the second one is track your expenses. The foundation of solid business records will keep learning to track their own expenses effectively. It's a crucial step that allows the company to monitor the growth of their business, build financial statements, keep track of deductible expenses, prepare tax returns, and support what the report on their tax return. From the beginning, it should establish a system for organizing receipts and the other important data. And the last one is calculate gross margins. Improving your store's gross margin is the first step towards earning more income overall. In order to calculate gross margins, we need to know the cost incurred to produce your product. To understand this better, it quickly defines the cost of goods sold and gross margin. Cost of goods sold explain about the direct costs incurred in producing products sold by a company. This includes both materials and direct labor cost. Gross margin explain about the total sales revenue that comes after the business incurs all direct costs to produce the product or service. The difference between how much you sell a product for and how much the business actually takes home at the end of the day is what truly determines our ability to keep the doors open.
Next is conclusion. In the early stage, as we complete this project, we discussed with colleagues from different lecturers about the tasks we need to complete. As a result, we have easy access to information as we work together to find information and solve problems that arise. There are many benefits that we have gained during the process of completing this accounting assignment. We learn to guide and help the business to improve systematic recording of business transactions. The work of this course has also taught us all about the values such as the values of cooperation within the group and their commitment to completing this task. In addition, we can further enhance our business knowledge in our learning. From the information that we have, we can learn about how to prepare the trial balance and loss, how to improve the business systematically, and many more. Lastly, thank you again to all those directly or indirectly involved in the coursework. We hope that the work of this course will benefit to everyone.